First, we have Jason Epstein, who joins me now from New York. He's a consultant in government relations and the president of Southfive Strategies. Jason, 1 minute you have Trump blasting Germany, and the next he's affirming their strong relationship. What's his tactic here? Is there a chapter in Trump's art of the deal on this?
There's certainly lots of drama, right? Thank you for having me, by the way. This is the Trump way. This is Trump, the great disruptor. This is Trump behaving in a way that we're not accustomed to seeing in a world leader, a U.S. president, and certainly others are back on their heels trying to figure out where he's going with this.
Why would Trump call for countries to double their defense spending? Is there even a need for that?
It's probably to stay on the offensive, to continue to push the issue, perhaps another U.S. president would apply the brakes at a time like this, hearing that there is indeed more of a commitment, that more countries are listening, something that's happened since 2014, and of course since Trump became president. But Trump's way is to keep the foot on the accelerator pedal, to keep the foot on the gas, as we say in the
But Jason,
States.
Why call for 4% GDP on defense spending? Is there a need for that?
I would argue I'm not perhaps the world's foremost defense expert, but certainly it seems like a bargaining position. He's got other European countries agreeing. He's got the NATO Secretary General agreeing on the need to up the defense spending, and so this is just a way to increase the pressure to make sure that there is no turning back.
Jason, if Trump hadn't come out railing against defense spending, what would leaders of this summit be talking about?
There would still be concern about issues on NATO's periphery, and that includes Russia, that includes Iran, and I imagine that those issues are still being discussed today. It's important, if we're going to pay attention to visuals and sounds, it's important to note who Trump showed up to dinner with, and that was the Estonian Prime Minister. And we know that, and your viewers know, that Estonia is arguably the NATO member that feels most under the Russian threat. So I do think these issues are being addressed. They happen to be overshadowed both by the issue of defense spending and, of course, on the issue of natural gas and the U.S. Perhaps what Trump is doing here is trying to demonstrate that the U.S. is an exporter of natural gas and should be considered as well, not just a coal exporter, but increasingly a natural gas exporter.
And if I could just ask an elementary question here, what's really the point of having this annual summit? I know in particular this year you touched on Russia. It's certainly important symbolism that NATO members show that they are committed to a common defense for the West, the members who promote, by and large, liberal democratic values, but certainly strong humanitarian values, and are concerned about threats, whether they might be from Moscow, whether they might be from Tehran or other places. All right. Jason Epstein with Southfive Strategies. Thanks for being with us.